Hello everyone, this is the second episode of this series on how to make a command level snake and ladders game in Java. The last time we finished snake ladders, which has snake and ladders, and the tile class. Now we're gonna be doing the remaining two classes on the board package, which is the board and the board utils. We'll first start with board utils because it's much shorter. I don't think it'll come more than 50 lines of code, and it will help us, it will ease the effort which we can make on the board class. So we'll get started. The first thing we want is, we don't want anyone to create an object of board utils because it's going to be having only one method, and so we must enforce non-instantiability, which we can do by giving a private constructor, private board utils, and throw new runtime exception non-instantiable. That's good. Now nobody can instantiate this, even someone who is working on this same class board utils. And we can introduce a method which is going to be static, because anyway nobody can instantiate this. Public static void nearest snake and ladder, nearest snake and ladder. And what this method is gonna do is, it's gonna inform the player what is the nearest snake and the nearest ladder to him, so that it's much lively, and though it's a command level interface, he'll feel much as if he's on the board. So for this, we can't go without any arguments, so we can give the current tile on which the player is on, tile, and we also can give a list of snakes, and the same for ladders, list of ladders, ladders, and what else, a string name, the player's name, so that we can print the information correctly. And we can just ask the IDE to import list Java editor, right, and import snake as well, and ladder. Now we can start with the implementation. Now we can give an int current position and an int nearest, that is the nearest snake or ladder, and we can again give an integer diff, that is the difference between the current position and the nearest snake or ladder. So that's it. We can just print for now, let the player know what tile he's on, name plus is at plus current position. The ID will complain because we haven't initialized current position. We can do that, is equal to tile dot get tile coordinate. That's correct. And next we can go to for loop, and before that I'll explain you the logic. First we can make this in nearest as 101, and if we find a snake or a ladder that's nearer than this nearest integer, then we can make the nearest as the snakes or ladders tile coordinate. If you don't understand, just hang on a while. You might clear your doubts after seeing the implementation. Snakes, and we can just give diff is equal to I dot tile on head dot get tile coordinate. Yeah, that's correct, and we can check if this diff that is I tile on head dot tile coordinate is less than nearest. Diff is less than nearest, and we have to check one more thing, that is if diff is, that is current position minus diff is positive, and current position minus diff is greater than 0. We've checked, and we can just give nearest equals diff. I'll explain you this logic, just one moment. So we'll just take nearest as 101, which is out of the board, and if we find a snake which is nearer to nearest, that is, if, for example, if you find a snake on 98, then nearest will be 98, and if you find a snake on 95, then nearest will be 95. And for example, the player is on 90, and if there's a snake on 91, nearest will be 91, and if there's a snake on 89, nearest won't be 89 because the player himself is on 90. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. We've got this correct, I guess, and we can give another for loop for ladder I colon ladders. Yeah, the same. Just copy it and paste it. Align it a bit correctly. Flushing now, which still isn't correct. Yeah, now the alignment is correct and it looks neat. So we can give I dot tile on tail here, because when the player is stuck on the snake's tile on head, then the snake sucks him to the tail. But for the ladder, when the player is on its tail, he changes it to its head. The ladder changes it to its head. So yeah, diff is less than nearest, and the same implementation here. And we've found out the nearest snake and the nearest ladder by these two loops. We can just print nearest is not equal to 101, because sometimes, for example, the player is on 99, then there's no snake which can be nearer to him, that is, which is positive and nearer to him, and during those times the nearest will remain 101. So we don't want to print that the nearest ladder is at 101 and the nearest snake is at 101. We can just give nearest is equal to 101 back again here. If nearest is not equal to 101, then we can give name plus nearest ladder caps, maybe ladder is at plus nearest. Wait a sec. Oh, we can give this nearest, or if nearest is not equal to 101, this will happen, otherwise nothing will be printed. And we can just copy this here and paste the same for snake. Nearest snake is at nearest. So we've nailed down the board utils, and maybe we can keep board for the next episode of this series. So bye, thanks.